Good evening,
Good evening.
good evening, and welcome to the Earth and Sky Weekend Freestyle.
Welcome.
Everything, and I mean everything, is on the table, Irie.
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 Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up with you, Sky?
Not much, man. What's going on with your Earth, man? Just making it do what it do.
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you. If it's anything more than that, I ain't figured out what it is. Just to let you know.
I don't want to know. I'm good.
You good?
I'm really good. I really don't want to know.
Hey, I'm gonna put the blinders on to them right there. I'm gonna put the blinders on to them. Hey, Marilla, Earth, Marilla, Sky, Earth and Sky unite, baby. You know what it is. At all times, all angles covered. You know what it is. Let's go. Earth and Sky unite. Hey, what's going on, Marillas? You know, it is me, your man Earth. And I'm on the right side, left side, depending on how you look at it. Don't matter, but I'm on one side. On the other side is Marilla, my man.
Yes, I am Sky. I am kind of subdued today because of the full moon, a blue moon,
Woo!
which is the second full moon of the month. Yeah. So there are a lot of going on right now, a lot of goings on, should I say, and got a lot of storms going. The Northeast is getting beat up pretty bad. I mean, it's going to get pretty bad. A lot of flooding. So as the sky, I am just. Oh.
Oh, you're there. You're at a state of
Most people, because if I get volatile, the storms just get worse.
Yeah, so you got to keep it smooth for everybody else down here trying to make it through. You know what I'm saying? And they're just trying to make it down here on Earth, man.
Look, there's gonna be some flooding,
right?
You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some high tide. Stay off the beach.
Yeah.
Stay away from the water, people. I'm trying to tell you right. Stay away from the water. You know what I mean? If you got a stream next to you, a river, you might want to stay away from that too. Because if you live in the Northeast and the New Englands, yeah, been 30 years since a hurricane-esque storm has hit direct. So made landfall as a tropical storm.
Right.
And it's been raining for the past maybe a day, and it's not going to stop until Tuesday. They're talking about 3 to 4 inches of rain in New York City.
Whoa.
Like, where does it go? I mean, good thing the water's there so we can just flow right back into the water. But nevertheless, you're going to have and the ground's already wet. So the ground's not going to be able to hold all the water that's there. So if you live near water, yeah.
So what's the sewage system lying out like out there?
Well, everything runs back into the ocean, bro.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's filtered, catches whatever it catches, but I mean, it's still going to end up back in the Atlantic at the end of the day. So, I mean, welcome to the city 101.
Right.
Like, you know what they do with snow? Dump it in the water.
And somehow that shit gets right back to the faucet that you turn left or turn right. Oh, I need to wash my hands. It's really shitty ass water, but it's recycled.
But look, at the end of the day, that's why you have. Now, this is what I don't understand. Why they don't have, I think it's called a salination plant or something like that, to where they take seawater and make it drinkable.
Yeah.
California should have had one of those like maybe 30, 40 years ago.
Right.
They're still working on it. If not, it just got built not too long ago. I'm not sure because they were talking about it. But you got to think, a lot of California, and you've been there, it's desert, bro.
Yeah.
They got people living in the middle of the desert, and they pump water to them. And every year, guess what happens in California?
What happens?
Forest fires, droughts.
Every year.
Troop up, people. Troop up.
Troop up. Gonna need each other.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's crazy that you would think that they should have it down by now, and they don't. They don't have a set program. They don't have a set system. It's kind of annoying. But I no longer live in California, so.
Well, you know, you got to think about it like this way. This also, the saying that there's no money in the cure is the same when it comes to health as well as it is politics and bureaucracy of getting things done for the people. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it trickles down. It's like if as long as the upper part is cushioned and taken care of, it'll get down eventually to making those changes when it starts affecting their pockets. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's very true.
It's marketing, man. Like, look, there's profit in everything. There's even profit in the cure. But they just basically want to keep you half dead so they can keep pumping you full of stuff, which is going to give you a whole bunch of side effects. So you can pump you full of more stuff.
Right.
Again, like the propaganda about this universal healthcare, people, look, go to a country that's got it and get hurt. So when COVID is done, COVID's all said and done, and the pandemic is over with, and you're free to move about the country, if that ever happens again, or the world.
You're free to move around the country.
You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere that has universal health care and slip and hurt yourself.
Right.
And watch what happens. You're going to get fixed. You're not going to get patched. You're going to get fixed. Depending on what country you're in or province you're in, they're even going to give you money to get back to your hotel. I ain't never known an American hospital to give you shit but a bill.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I was watching it. That really did not dawn on me until I was watching an interview. And Michael Moore was interviewing his parents, and his father said, and it just struck me because it never been real to me. His father said, I gotta get insurance just to come see you. Because his father lives in Canada. He says, I got to get insurance just to come see you, his father and mother. He said, just because when we go into America, the healthcare is so bad that, that I got to make sure that I got insurance to pay for the cost of medicine if something should happen to me. If something should happen to him or his wife while they're on vacation in America, are visiting America, could bankrupt them.
Oh yeah,
and that's somebody from a foreign country. Think about somebody who's not been born in this system and still operating and moving through this system, bro. That shit is crazy. Like boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
Boom.
But see, here's the crazy thing. Again, it's completely different if you reverse it.
Right. Exactly.
They're treating you. They don't want to keep you ill, broke up in their country. We're going to fix you and we're going to send you back home.
Right.
Life is good. Thanks for visiting. Come back again. You see what I'm saying? It's just the way it works. Like the propaganda for it, of course, we live in a capitalist society. So, of course, it's good to patch everybody. Nobody's going to actually get well. Why? Because we make too much money off of keeping you ill. One way, shape, or form, think about it. We've talked about this before. Obesity is the number one thing in America that every other country looks at like, y'all are fat slobs. Okay? So at that point, if we know other countries are basically looking at us like, do y'all realize that the same food, we have similar grocery stores that sell what you think are the same products. When you go to France and you buy Heinz, right? Ketchup.
Right.
Heinz ketchup over there has different ingredients than Heinz ketchup over here.
Yep.
And it's a lot more natural over there than it is over here.
Because there's standards that they will not allow. They will not allow the American diet over there, family. Yep. It's like that is like so small and secluded because they know that the food is so addictive that is going to have you hooked on, and they don't want an epidemic of obesity, because that would be an epidemic to some of these countries.
Right. They have,
you know what I'm saying?
Universal health care. They don't want you getting obese.
Right.
They don't want you getting.
You hurt the system.
Diabetes. Thank you. You
Yeah.
will crash the system.
Yeah. That goes to show you the American system been crashed.
Look here, man. Right? I mean, but again, it's the propaganda. It's the propaganda that's put out there so that way people say, "Oh, that's bad." Okay, put it this way: if you're greedy, it's very bad for you. If you're greedy, it's very bad for you. Doctors in these other countries don't make nearly what American doctors make.
Nope.
Nearly, which is why doctors from other countries come over here.
And they do 10 times the work over there, though.
Oh, they do. Yes, easy.
Because they're coming to your house.
Not only do they come to your house,
yeah,
their whole job is to fix you, regardless of how long it takes your salary, bro. Fix the problem. You ain't hourly.
Hurry up.
You know what I'm saying? You on the country's dime.
She left.
You know what I'm saying? So being on the country's dime is a lot different.
That's the big difference. Well, I'll tell you this much. That's the big difference. Like, my wife is from had been over to different parts of Europe. Which one is that? That Love Water?
Love water, people.
Man.
Love water.
I'm not gonna put my idea out there about that one, man. Hey, but you know what? Like, so she tells me about the healthcare over there and how it was over there. Matter of fact, how many we got born over there? Two were born in Germany. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They probably said, oh, they probably made her feel like she was before she got inseminated.
What? Ain't nobody get no inseminated. They do treat you like royalty.
She said they do treat you like royalty.
Yes.
You heard that straight from G1.5.
Yes. Look, things are a lot different in other places. But again, the propaganda will have you think that those places are backwater places, and
right,
and that they're all types of countrified, and you don't want to do. Really? Come on, in certain countries, you be having a baby. Look, up until about 20 years ago, most people didn't know what a doula was.
I still don't know. School me.
The midwife.
Oh, a midwife. Okay. Look at this guy. See, I learned something talking to this guy. You said that shit. All I heard was, You know that black woman. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's all. You know that means something, but it's just a sound, but it means a whole lot. So when you said that, she heard it, and that's the noise she made. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because I mean, what I can do? What? You mean I can have somebody in here with me, and I can have somebody who's gonna be with me through my pregnancy, and somebody I can talk to and confide in, and that's gonna help me bring life into this world that I can build a bond with, bruh. Nobody was talking about that 20 years ago over here.
No.
Them other countries, dude, you pregnant? Yes, I'm gonna introduce you. You get to pick who's gonna be your midwife, aka doula, and this is how we gonna get down. This is how we getting down with it. It's a completely different flow. Now, mind you, love the country. I really do. Are there some things that can be tweaked? Yes.
It's always going to be those things.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm just not trying to get to like, don't like this, don't like this. Look, man, the fact that we can speak about these things is because we are here.
Right.
Because in certain places you start to click the clacking and tick the talking, and you got a problem. Because basically they're not going to just shut off your internet. You're going to hear, if you're lucky. If you just don't hear,
yep, kick door.
And literally on film,
edit
your ass away live.
Do you hear me? I said edit kick door sound effects.
Yes. Yes. As they literally pull you out while you was live, people watch you get carted off, smacked in the grill, and you can't sit down. Yeah. All they get is sounds. Camera gets thrown. It's now showing up at the light. All you see is shadows and hear scuffles and grunts. That's it. That's it. They don't look, man. So look, you sacrifices, right? In order to do great things, you must sacrifice something. Usually it's some things to do great things. You know what I'm saying? All the greats in anything sacrificed something or a lot. Most of them sacrificed a lot. Some of them got it back later. Some of them never did. Some of them never went back to the way they were, not even remotely. You know what I'm saying? Tesla was a loner. He hung out with more intergalactic energy than anything else. You see what I'm saying? How many people Jordan hang out with? Really? Yeah. Larry Bird had a bunch of friends, huh? Magic, Mr. Showtime himself, all the greats. Let's see. You get in music, it goes crazy, and I'm getting classical. You get Beethoven, you get all of them. Dude, they didn't hang out with people. They didn't. They sacrificed the fact of like keeping themselves away from the general public to master their craft. You see what I'm saying? Jordan talked to basketball more than he talked to any human being on the face of the planet to this day, even his own wife. Because he knew I have to sacrifice. Why do you think it was the whole thing with Kobe? Kobe was like, look, while I can and my body can do it, I got to sacrifice time away from my family. I got to sacrifice time away from business. When Kobe retired, Kobe, again, the second chapter, he became a girl dad, blew that up. Nobody was even talking about it. He blew that up.
Yeah.
Right? Business-wise, in the short time he was retired, Kobe was starting to take over shit. Seriously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the books, the this, the that, the article, the this, his second chapter would have easily eclipsed his first chapter, which is mind-boggling to think that his second chapter probably would have easily rivaled Jordan's second chapter, because I could have easily seen Kobe owning a team. Easy. He knew everything how to run a team, from the coaching to the front office to all of that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? But
he grew up in basketball, though.
Yeah.
His father was in it. He was in it. You know, that's all he ever really knew.
You know, but the sacrifice away from his family, away from his daughters. You see what I'm saying? To get to the pinnacle multiple times.
Right.
I mean, people just don't get something's gonna give. Or what happens is you end up cracking. One way or another, the crack will happen. Now, usually a lot of shit falls in the crack that you didn't want to fall in the crack. And that's the problem. Because at that point, you've lost something that you needed. So now the missing ingredient is now in the crack, and you really don't have time to go get it.
Well, if you think about it, man, one of the things that Kobe did different was show you he was human. He also showed you how you could live. You know what I'm saying? How you could live if you really believed in who you are. You know, I mean, his greatness was already bestowed upon him, but what he did with it is what made him so magnanimous to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he took it from one point to the next point by, like you said, he would have easily eclipsed his first. And you think about how could that be? Because without us knowing about the first one, there's no Kobe, there's no action, there's nothing to think about, so you can't get to a second go round to release some new stuff. No, but this dude was just that dynamic to where he would have eclipsed. I mean, made you wish like, yo, this is him right now. His first umpteen years in the business mean nothing in comparison. Like, look at what he's done as a global leader now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This dude,
night and day. Night and day, because he went from being a complete dick to being, but he was a dick you respected.
Right, because he was on point. You couldn't knock his hustle. Couldn't knock his hustle.
So then all of a sudden, once he put the basketball down, all of that went. And now you're dealing with the dad, the husband,
right,
businessman. He smiled more. He was more charismatic, even though he was ultra charismatic, even as being just flat out rude. Dude, Carmelo just told a story. He was like, yo, me and Kobe became boys on some disrespectful shit. And that's with some disrespectful shit. Like, yo, my man came in, he pulled, back in the day, he had his braids. Remember when Melo had his braids? He would pull his hair. He would, like, touch his head. He would elbow him. Melo was like, yo, bro, they don't touch me. Kobe just laugh at him. He's like, yo, I'm going to guard you in the fourth quarter, and they ain't going to call shit. So don't worry. I'll see you in the fourth quarter. Like, Kobe was not only a master of the hardwood and his craft, but he was a master of getting in your head. Yeah. And basically, Melo was like, well, I was bigger than Kobe. So basically, like, he'd elbow me, I'd elbow him back. Next way up, back down the court, Kobe be like, that all you got? Is that all you got?
He was no slouch. He was no slouch by far.
No, because the only way to truly beat him would be to kill him. You weren't going to physically beat that man on the court. It's just not going to happen. And you weren't going to mentally beat him on the court. It's not going to happen. And it never happened. He may have lost games. You know what I'm saying? May have lost championships.
Right.
He won some championships. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But no,
he got one hand. One hand. He still got enough to smack your ass with.
Oh yeah. Well, he's still okay. So he still got more than Bronny. Bronny.
Yeah. So I mean, how many is Bron got right now?
Bron's got, he won 2, 1, and 2. He's got 4.
Okay. So I mean, let's say he ties Kobe. What does that mean?
Never eclipse Kobe on the court. Never. Ever. They're two different players. LeBron is more of a team first guy. What separated Mike and Kobe was they were I am a member of this team. And if I do well, we will do well. If I do not do well, we will not do well. Whereas Bron's like, we're going to get it. We're going to get it as a unit. And the game will slip away. And he will reluctantly have to take control of a game. Whereas the other two thrived in that moment. Like, oh, we're down by 5. I'm not coming out for the rest of the quarter just to bury your ass. The rest of the period, just to bury your ass.
Right.
Like, we're down by 5 with 4 minutes to go. We're going to be up by 6 when it's over by the end of this period. You see what I mean? It's a different mindset. Now, mind you, will Bron go down as one of the best all-around players to ever touch the ball? Yes, he will. But when it comes to, I will literally snatch your heart out of your chest while you're still alive. And then literally before you take your last breath, you will watch me chew on that shit and laugh while I'm doing it. Not just chew on it, but I'm going to laugh at you while I'm doing it. I'm going to talk shit while I'm taking it, and I'm going to talk shit while I'm eating your heart. literally. And then when you fall, I'm gonna step over you. I'm gonna step over you. I ain't gonna step around you. I'm gonna step over you. And I'm gonna do that to your teammate next. And if your boy wants something, he can get that smoke too. What? Dude, Kobe would go to places. Kobe went to the Rucker and just took over. Kobe from the city. Kobe actually from Italy, but played high school ball in Philly.
Right.
Kobe went to the Rucker and just did the damn thing. Then Kobe went out to Cap. Kobe went to the Drew. Dude, the Drew League is no joke. Like you catch like some really, really good players in the Drew League. You get some NBA guys in the Drew League as well. They said, yo, Kobe, it's not safe for you to be up in here. Kobe was like, I don't give a look, I'm gonna play. Kobe played, hit the game-winning shot. Mwah. And just did this at half court. Put the hands up at half court like this, and they rushed him. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't fearless. Yo, Matt Barnes did some illy, and there's tape on this, and like, okay, you want to see how raw dog Kobe really was?
Okay.
Kobe was standing there, right, as a defender. Matt Barnes was taking the ball out of bounds. He was inbounding the ball, right, from out of bounds, right?
Okay.
Matt Barnes was pumping the ball in Kobe's face, right, trying to get Kobe to move, right? Bruh, Kobe didn't flinch. Like when I say Kobe didn't flinch, it was just like, you ain't gonna hit me with the ball, so I'm not moving. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's different. Like most people would at least did the
right.
Kobe just standing there like
okay. He didn't, like he had his eyes closed, and he was just doing it in front of him with his eyes closed. Because that's the only way somebody could do that, and you not jump or feel like they're about to hit you. But that he wasn't moved either way.
Either way,
he wasn't moved. Doesn't matter. Because you know what? Not only do I have the minerals, I double dog dare you to do that. I will. Look. Kobe's energy would unleash so much ass whooping on that man. Boy, it's like, what? You have done a cardinal sin, my friend. And it is your demise that comes next.
Yes. Look.
What?
Kobe was that dude. I drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. And dude, he was pointing all in his chest.
Oh
like,
man,
all up in his grill. Like for the look, man, that clip.
Yo, he said, I take my straw from over here and I put it into your milkshake. And I drink your milkshake. Daniel Day-Lewis. Yo, salute. Daniel Day-Lewis.
I gotta turn the air on for that one. 1 second.
Yeah. There will be blood. Daniel Day-Lewis told you there will be blood. Don't ever get it twisted.
I had to turn the air on for that one, bro. Because
man.
That right there. In life, there are those types of moments in movies. Fight Club, Snatch.
Yeah.
Those types of movies had them type of moments.
Yeah.
Bro, my man literally was in his. He's like, I take my straw and put it in your milkshake. And he was up in his. It'd be different if he wasn't in his grill. Like he was in him.
Because Buddy was so riddled with fear, he had become paralyzed. He was truly paralyzed.
Yeah.
He could not see. So maybe on the other hand, Kobe was so scared. It wasn't that he flinched. He was so scared that he could not move because he was paralyzed.
Man, yo. Here's what Kobe was saying. Here's what Kobe was saying in his mind.
What are you saying?
I take my straw and put it in your milkshake, and I drank your
milkshake.
Because, bro, seriously, I mean, because the expression that Kobe had was that stoic Egyptian statue.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
Oh, dude, look, we be doing these shows, man. We be having people creep in. Guess who just creeped in?
Don't tell me.
Bodine.
Not Bodine.
Has creeped in the building.
Bo Diddley. What's up with you, Bodine? My brother, what it do?
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, how's this?
Oh, let me tell you.
Till I send my best.
Telling you, man, that's why you gotta love social media. You have to love technology and the platforms that we have to make those things possible. Do you realize that just about the last 3 shows, we've had people chime in from different coasts, from different parts of the country that we haven't kept up
in
with.
different parts of our background.
You see what I'm saying? Just bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
We said, what's happening? What happened?
Hey, man, we just keeping our fur right, man. You see it? Just keeping our fur right. You know? You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, man, for checking in, bro.
So we both good.
Good. That's the business. I send love to y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I'm glad that y'all doing what y'all doing, man. Keep doing it, boy.
Indeed.
Keep doing
it. Indeed.
Hey, but so.
I got. Look.
What?
There was a lot of milkshakes getting drank on game night. A lot of headshots. A lot of milkshakes getting drank on game night.
Oh, you mean fight night?
Yeah. No, game night. Remember when we used to game?
Oh, them game nights. I thought you was talking about Pacquiao.
Oh, no, I'm not murder that kill.
Yeah, you talking about snipes. Just grinding. As you should, man.
Indeed.
I know he's still behind the wheel. Making that good long truck money. Why don't you make the boy something?
Gotta make it happen, man. Without that, there is no commerce.
Yeah, man. What did he say?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And Halo.
Yep, Halo. That was the one right there.
Slap your ass with a product. Slap your ass of mine to you. Mwah! Take that with you. Take that with you. Woo. Oh, man. Those are the days.
Man. Damn.
A lot of milkshakes got drank during them sessions.
A lot of milkshakes got drank during them times. There's a lot of milkshake drinking them times. You know, man. That's why I say, man, we're going into a new era now.
Oh, yeah.
In this new era we're about to go into, man, it's going to be about the straw and the milkshake. It ain't going to be about that no more. It's going to be whose milkshake is getting drank and who's drinking the milkshake.
Yep. I mean, it just line them up. Line them up.
If you want somebody to be drinking your milkshake right now, here's how you got to make sure that 20 years from now, they're going to be drinking your milkshake. All right? If you want to, if you don't never put nothing in place, now 20 years from now, they're going to be getting their milkshake drink. Hey, they still gonna be singing "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard." That's right.
Now they're gonna be like, "Your milkshake," because I drink your milkshake.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on, bro. That's why I'm like, hey, they gonna be 20 years from now. They're gonna be getting their milkshake drink. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be slaving to somebody who drinking their milkshake. You have to. If you don't have, established family business or LLC, you are going to be getting your milkshake drank 20 years from now.
For sure.
All right.
For sure.
If you are not practicing good, healthy living techniques at this point and thinking techniques, I'm gonna separate them too. Health techniques. 20 years from now, they're gonna be drinking your milkshake. Okay. Now, now, if you make the wrong decision in this whole thing that's going on right now, worldwide, if you make the wrong decision, I'm not saying which decision, but if it's the wrong decision, they will be drinking your milkshake 20 years from now, and they're gonna have 2 straws on you.
There's been a request, sir, to figure out
2 straws on you, like both straws on you right there in the milkshake. You know, in your milkshake.
In your milkshake,
Bruh.
Well, someone's asking about the milkshake that is your glasses and when you started wearing them.
Hey man, I've been wearing glasses, bro. At least for the last 3 years.
When was the last time you seen it?
Good question. Last time I saw Bodine was when I came up to Washington in 2019.
That's been 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, that's about right. Yes, sir. That's all right. You see these gray hairs? It comes with some things, and one of it is it robs from my vision. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, but it's only got as much as it's gonna get. So my eyes are gonna stay as healthy as they are right now, if not continue to get better. So, thank you for being concerned about everything I just said. My glasses. Jesus, Bodine. Jesus, son. You're never gonna. Uh-oh. What you got? You got something. You over there plotting on something right now. What you plotting on, 3? Guy, what you plotting on over there?
Listen.
This is the Weekend Freestyle, baby. What's that?
He knew what was there. He found me. Take it out of the garage. But the funny thing is, listen. I paid him $10,000 cash in hand.
Can you hear it?
He has no company
Slide me.
now. Prosperous little business. 3 wells producing $5,000.
Is that better?
Stop crying, you sniveling ass. Stop your nonsense. You're just after birth. I know. Slithered out on your mother's filth. I should have put you in a glass jar. Where were you when Paul?
Who
you know
said
what?
that?
Huh?
Who said that? What is that? I can't see what that is.
I drink your.
Oh, I was trying to hear it was coming in and out. Oh, okay. Play it, man. Is that gonna get us banned?
I was gonna look, man. Something told me to download it. Something told me to download it.
Yeah.
Next time. Look. Here's what we do. So basically, people, what we're about to do is we're about to implement something new.
Uh-oh.
Every show, we are going to have a I drink your milkshake winner.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's funny. I'm glad you said it because it really did just cross my mind. I like it. You see that's Earth and Sky. I like that. I like that. I like that.
So yeah, we're gonna have a I.
It's okay. I got you. They cool though. What you think about them? Getting old don't suck, man. It's when you get too old that may suck. Well, we gotta go to the bathroom. Can't make it that way. Damn it.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be a milkshake moment.
Yes.
Real though.
The result of drinking too much milkshake.
Speaking of milkshake moments. Speaking of milkshake.
Okay, but you got one for me?
Oh, dude, come on, man. I mean, there's look. This week in just the regular news flow was comical. Like that whole flow going on over there with us hanging out with okay. So now not only are we hanging out with the Taliban,
Right.
but we're helping the Taliban drive Al Qaeda out.
Huh?
Yeah, you heard me right. Us and the Taliban are driving Al Qaeda out.
Wow.
Yeah. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Yeah, see, that's a milkshake moment, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
They drinking that milkshake for real. They drinking that milkshake for real. But you know what?
20 years to get them out. Nobody left. Then all of a sudden we leave. Everybody, including the military, leaves. And then they just walk right in. They walk right in. Like I said, they holding guns like they've been properly trained now.
I mean, like, you know, like, so that means we were the only thing keeping them off their ass.
No, here's the thing though. Everybody else who don't comply is like state property. Either you get down or you lay down.
Oh, wow.
For some strange reason, they got away without the state property treatment. Everybody else got the state property treatment. They got a chance to leave. Like, look, we'll bounce so you can bounce. But when you bounce, yep, we're gonna bring the boys back in, and then we're gonna come back over here and hang out with them, and we're gonna take over. Take over. Oh, and since when did Israel become our best friend? Oh, that's right, Netanyahu's out.
Netanyahu's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got voted out. So I mean, at that point, it's like, so now us and Israel, we in there now. There is just so much. Just look, Arsenio Hall should come back just for one segment of his show. Things that make you go, because there's a lot of things going on right now that's just make you go, what the hell? Like,
real talk. I mean, you better know it. Real talk. I mean, it's a lot of things are being released right now. You know, a lot of new like uncoverings, unveilings. You know, all types of stuff going on right now, man. It's like, you know, shit. The hills have eyes. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, it's like the hills have eyes on their ass. But I mean, you know, like, I know one of the things that I did want to holler about, man, is at 65, you know what I'm saying, T. Rogers, one of the founders of the Blood Gang in California, you know, recently passed. You know what I'm saying? And it's from what I'm reading right here, T. Rogers' cause of death has not been revealed after he passed away on August 2021 at the age of 65. May the legend rest in paradise. It says humanitarian, author, actor, producer, peacemaker, street legend, gang leader, poet, musician, director, organizer, consultant, advisor, visionary, trainer, diplomat, and a list of other list goes of adjectives that can be used to describe T. Rogers. Then it goes on to talk about and explain, you know, his rise into that. This man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about movements. At one point in time, like, the Black Keystone Villains were like the largest and most deadliest gang in Los Angeles, and of course at their peak, you know, covered more territory than pretty much anybody else also. You know what I'm saying? If not, worldwide. But the whole point is, like, this dude, we have the ability to organize, man. And that's proof positive that when we organize for the good or for the bad, we still build, you know what I'm saying, enough ability to bring awareness of whatever it is you want to bring awareness for. And, you know, because they were back part of the Black Keystone movement, that was a kind of, like binding movement in its early stages, to where it was for more community driven, right? And so that's how they took care of each other up there, because poverty was affecting everybody. Plus, you still had to get out there and get your dollars if so you got with one of the gangs or the other gang. But the gangs then were still always about taking care of the people in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's about community. A matter of fact, that's what they say CRIP stands for. You know, so that's what the C in CRIP stands for, is community. And but they'll never tell you that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of people get it on twist, because they just think, it's about red and blue. It's so much more than red and blue. Red and blue is something that was put into the mix. You know what I'm saying? And we know how that was put into a mix to be more divisive, to draw clear lines between, to compare and contrast. So you can base the idea of enemy versus, friend, so friend or foe, that's the street term anyway. So, I mean, the way I look at it is, he did a lot of good, you know what I'm saying? But good intentions always go bad, you know what I'm saying? And at one point in time, you got to be, especially in that era, you have to be a hard ass. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, and this dude was obviously, used his power to gain more power. You know what I'm saying? He was
But
one of
that's
the
how you had to do it in the street. This is the
right.
street.
The street.
This ain't
Exactly.
boardroom business. This
No.
is street business.
Street business is totally different. You know what I'm saying? The same rules of engagement don't apply. You know what I'm saying? So, with this, and they had some outspoken leaders, man. I mean, they had some big names, who have been locked away for organizing, to our detriment in some cases, these gangs, because you don't give them proper direction. But I mean, just imagine, what we could do as a people if we rally together, right, in the same mentality of a gang, in regards to the level of protection you're willing to apply for each and every member of that gang to your community. So, we ride for the community as a whole, and we building businesses right here in these communities, and that's what we banging for. Now, if you come into this community and you're attempting to harm, hurt any one man, woman, or child out there in our community, you know what I'm saying? And we're number one, we're the guardians between that. You know what I'm saying? So they police themselves. And that's the way that this was really set up, because we still needed protection against the people anybody else in America could call for assistance. But when we call them, we nowadays you still see it. We call, and what ends up happening is they still, I'm calling you for help, and I get killed, I get shot. That's what happens now. And part himself, I mean, I've snatched that out the universe. But just to make an example, that's what happens nowadays, and that's what's been happening. So they form these communities, man, and obviously coming from Chicago at the age of 12 to West Los Angeles, he started using that influence that he had seen in Chicago. And Chicago's where a lot of that shit start from, bro. Chicago they don't understand how deep Chicago is with it, man.
Dude,
listen, watch this. Chicago had the first gang to incorporate.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that took it from being a gang to a business, true gang business.
Look here, man. Since Chicago's inception, basically, which was the mob, let's call that what it is. Okay. People always they talk about, well, New York. No. For a while, the head capo, where did he live? Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago had gangs, and I have family who lived in Cabrini Greens when Cabrini Greens was still around. You know what I'm saying? Dude. Like, the project, those weren't, you can't even describe the sheer size and the amount of buildings, mind-boggling. And you're thinking you're in a different, no, you're still in the same projects. You're still in the same projects.
Wow.
Like, but we've been in here for, you've been here for a long time, and we ain't nowhere close to done. And it was rugged. Like, welcome to Beirut. Right here in America. Fighting every day. You fought to get to school. You fought to get home. I had cousins that basically would tell stories, and it's just like, won't be visiting y'all.
For real.
Like, y'all can come to New York for the summer, but nah, my parents said I can't come out there for the summer. Uh-oh.
What?
So Seattle's about to be like Chicago by defunding the police. Wow. Seattle. The 18 streets that it is.
Look, look, man. Let's talk about the defunding the police thing real quick, because here's my thought on that. Right? Let's say it's successful, and they defund the police. Here is where I think people may get it twisted at. If they defund the police, they're still going to make sure that there is some level of protection that is put in place to compensate for the lack of police presence.
Defunding does not mean disband. People are lost. Like,
thank you.
There will always be police. Always. Oh, so you think
and there will always be policing. Yes,
always. So it's just defunding is we're just going to reallocate.
Yeah.
They should call it reallocation. Is what they should call it. Because defunding puts people on a completely different spin.
Right. But that's the reason why they call it defunding. Because now they've got a word that everybody rallies for or against. But what they're really doing is, once they get all these police moved out who may still have a little heart when it comes to defending the property that they're paying them to defend, because it's really property first. That's why it's serve and protect, right? So let's say they get all the donut eaters out the way, right? Oh. But they get all the good cops. They say maybe a few percentage, right? But what comes into play now? Why do you think AI is so prevalent? You ever heard about something like IoT, the Internet of Things? Oh, well, what that's going to allow to happen is a smaller and closer knit grids to where they can actually have RoboCop type of law enforcement. They've already shown you the cat dog, the probing robots that probe around certain areas. They've already showed you the fucking RoboCop mentality. Bruh, all that shit is gonna go to that. And a robot, when they say shoot, they're gonna shoot. You're not gonna you can, you know what I'm saying, you can battle with robots. It's not gonna do much well, but you can try.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
People don't realize facial recognition has been around for decades.
Yeah.
The first place in America facial recognition was used was in Ybor City, Florida. If anybody was back in the day, about 20 plus years ago, down in Ybor City, you want to talk about Ybor City was the spot. You saw people, they was getting high, they was getting drunk. There was a bar next to a bar, next to a bar, next to a restaurant, next to a bar, next to a bar, for blocks, city blocks of nothing but bars and restaurants and clubs. I'm talking the country spots next to the hip hop spots, next to the punk spot, next to the, and then it was just take that and just move it, eat block to block to block. But the crime element was so bad that they said, okay, so we're going to test out this thing called facial recognition.
Right.
When they put facial recognition in Ybor City and put cameras up everywhere, Ybor City became a ghost town. And it was just that easy to do. Because now they're like, oh, he got a warrant, she got a warrant, he got a warrant. It was like Oprah. You go to jail, 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 you go to jail.
Hey.
Dude, it was crazy. Mind you, that was 20 plus years ago. So what is facial recognition now? And they show you on TV, they show you Japan's using it, China's using it. Matter of fact, China's got a system to where it's like, it not only shows you, but it shows your credit profile.
Yeah, because they're on that point system.
So
yeah,
people,
that's that point system.
Yeah, if you honestly think at the end of the day, the dollar's about to go bye-bye. Like, for all of you who honestly think that the dollar is going to survive, fiat is gone like the car, gone like the wind. Love me some fiat, just like I love the car. I just love me some fiat cash too. Yep. But it's about to be something new, and it's going to be digital. And they're going to give you whatever worth they want to give you for whatever cash or fiat you got, or whatever crypto you got. Because think about it this way. Do you honestly think they're going to allow people to stay multi-crypto millionaires when they now control it? They'll be like, that's outlaw money. So basically it's like, yeah, but I got like a whole bunch of Bitcoin and man, it's worth like $49,000 and blah, 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 blah. They're going to be like, yeah, we'll give you $1,000 per coin. What? Either you trade it in, you know what I'm saying? Hello.
Is that V? What up with you, girl? How you doing?
Yes. So I'm telling you, it's going to get really interesting when it comes down to everything switching over. Because again, it's almost like they put crypto out there,
right,
as the feeler.
Oh yeah,
and it works. People took to it. So
but at the same time, they didn't know what other things they were taking to. You know what I'm saying? One of the things. Go ahead and give it some good.
She didn't recognize you. Your fur was all in the way.
Oh yeah. It's Thomas, baby. What's happening? We doing big beers down here and big beers down here. Big beer down here, 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 big beer down here.
Pretty soon you're gonna be an auctioneer, bro.
Hey. Hey, but nah, it's going down, man. It's going down, bro. All across the nation, it's going down. We are watching the fall, bro, and it's like, you know, hope you got your popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, it's interesting. It's interesting in the topic you brought up and the individual that you brought up, because he is basically one of the last threads to basically being able to truly hustle to get back, because things are about to get really crazy. And you're going to have to know not only how to digitally hustle, but you're going to need an analog. You're going to know how to hustle analog. Now, there's only one generation left that remembers how to hustle analog and would do it if we had to. And that's Generation X. Seriously, it's us.
Yeah.
Because we remember what the analog hustle was. The millennials have no idea what an analog hustle is. And the boomers don't care. Look, as long as my pension keeps coming and my Social Security keeps coming, I don't give a damn. Y'all can have this technology shit. You see what I'm saying? But us, on the other hand, we can analog hustle, because that's the hustle that we grew up with. But now you've got a person who literally underground did what Genghis Khan did in China and Europe and Russia. He literally took over a whole country on the low ski, woe ski. Nobody really knew what he was doing. So unless you were in the know, you didn't know.
Right.
So now that last bit of knowledge of analog, deep connecting, networking, and being able to network the analog way is no longer here.
And that's one of the key things, man, is the transition of how, I mean, like these ways that we're experiencing right now are going to be like underground ways, like how we're living right now. Let's keep it 1K. Like, you know, to where if you can look at the trend of things, there's a level of security that's taking place. And if unencumbered, that level of security will continue to tighten, you know, all the way around the world. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And that security is going to be to where first it's this stipulation to be able to, you know, like what if this is the jabby jab is the first thing, right? So that's the first step. Now there's the next step where you have to do this, or you can't do something else, or we'll cut off this, that, and the third. Because now everybody, then all the things that matter are put in place, and you got a switch where you can turn it off. Then it becomes the next thing that they have, which would be now you have to, you know what I'm saying, you know, go to some level of other level of commitment. In other words, if I know anything about this country and these type of pressures when it is global, is that they make it a everybody problem. And the way that they've started doing that in later years was by no matter what happened, it got back to us as black folks as the problem that is spreading throughout the world. You see what I'm saying? Nobody caught from that is that happens because we are all around the world. And they know that we're everywhere you want to be. You know what I'm saying?
They couldn't pin this one. They couldn't pin this one.
Oh, look, bruh, do you not remember when they started trying to say to get it off the Asians that it was the blacks' problem? That COVID is spreading and COVID and all that? And we remember in the very beginning
that lasted a hot second.
Right, because that was the buffer between truth and lie. All right, so that between truth and lie, the truth was it wasn't affecting us at all. None of us were being hit by it. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it became overnight. The media started saying it's the black problem. And then it started being, we were the number one people being killed by it because of this, that, and the third. And that was this fucking scapegoat, bro. It was the greatest scapegoat of all time. And we went for it hook, line, and sinker before because of one reason. Because as a people, we are so slapped the fuck beat down and mashed into tartar, you know what I'm saying, that we cannot possibly believe that we are significant enough to not be the problem or the root of the problem, right? It goes back to that same nappy-headed stepchild. You know what I'm saying? You're the reason why this family's ugly. The ugly duckling. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be beautiful swans. You know what I'm saying? But it's the mentality, bro.
Cinderella syndrome
got us. Huh?
Cinderella syndrome.
Cinderella syndrome. They've got us, and we gotta keep chasing whatever they put in front of us because we can't turn off the news long enough to see what our spirit tells us. What is your spirit? I'm not talking about, you know, your Holy Bible spirit. I'm talking about your spirit and your gut that we all share, that we all talk to, and we all know that we can hear it talk to us. That's spirit. And what does that say? Because if you can't hear that no more, you might have already been checked out and don't even know it. I'm just being real.
Oh, no.
That is something we all have in us.
Look.
We all have that. We all have that voice in us, dude, that talks back to us, bro. We all got it.
Well, it better.
And cats be front like they don't got it.
If not, you are dead.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't talk, then you're not what we deem as being human. You might be humanoid,
Noid,
you are not
noidish,
human.
noid-like.
Now, I like that topic. We got to pay some bills real quick.
Oh yeah.
We're at the hour 5-minute mark, about to be hour 6-minute marks. We're gonna pay these bills, and then we're gonna get right back into that topic because I really want to get deep. I want to hit the earth. I want to hit the earth from Pluto, and I want to go deep diving in that rabbit hole, bro.
Come on, man.
So we are about to pay some bills real quick. Sold.
Hey, we'll be right back after these.
All right, yes, that's our sponsor.
From our sponsors. Gorilla.
And we are back. We are back. And of course, just to let y'all know where you can find some of that good gorilla gear. Get your fur right.
Gorilla Life. GorillaLife.com. Gorilla Life. GorillaLife.com. If you want to get your fur right,
there you go.
Then you got to make it like the bomb. Then you got to go to GorillaLife.com. Hey, I will shuck and jive for my shit. That's what
I did. That analog hustle. Be. I just look. They don't know.
Look. Hey, you can paint my eyes big and bug if you want to, as long as you got a gorilla right underneath. Like, hey, why? Because I'm doing it and Gorilla's getting paid from it, and I know who owns Gorilla. So
you heard?
That's my shuck and jive right there. I shuck and jive for Gorilla.
You heard?
Yeah. Now the rest of y'all, catch me if you can, like the gingerbread man. You better have your gat in hand, cause man, I don't want to live no more.
Get your fur right. Get your fur right, people. Get your fur right.
I'm living every day like a hustle. Another drug to juggle. Another day, another struggle.
You heard?
Biggie Smalls, rest in peace. One of the greatest of all time.
And then again, they say ain't nobody dead. They say Tupac's in Cuba and Biggie's off somewhere in Europe and
baby. Hey man, but yeah, for real, go to GorillaLife.com, man. You know, get your fur right, man. Get your fur right. Know that every fur that you help support is another fur that will, you know, clothe another Rilla out there and keep us all. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you, I was at the spot last night, man. I was celebrating one of our G's birthday. You know what I'm saying? And we had a really good time, man. And I was like, yo, people were telling me the same thing, man. They were like, man, we really feel what you be saying in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? We really be feeling what you be talking about on your show, man. Like, you know, they call it a podcast. And I had to tell them last night. I was like, no, it's not a podcast. We kill podcasts, and that's why we interactive. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, off with the head. But anyways, you know, with that, man, it made me realize that was me stopping at a rest spot, getting my fuel, you know, topped off, you know, they washed down my rig, you know what I'm saying? they help resecure my load. You know what I'm saying? They look. They made it one of the most comfortable truck stops I've ever been to. You know what I'm saying? But it was great because I got to hear that they're paying attention to Gorilla. They're paying attention to Gorilla. See, to have a trusted name is to have a trusted name. You know what I'm saying? And in generations to come, this thing is gonna be so heavy, so deep. You know what I'm saying? So many communities built. You know what I'm saying? So many business networks created. You know, so many human primate recipients. You know what I'm saying? Human recipients of good life and good love. And man, I'm telling you, that's why I fueled off. Look, I'm ready to get back on the road now, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, you top off, you know, you get your vittles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe catch you some quick shut eye. You know what I'm saying? And you get back on the road. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, that's why we do what we do. That's why we come at them in so many different angles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the Earth and Sky Interactive Weekend Freestyle.
Earth and Sky Interactive, baby.
You know what I'm saying? But you can now go to earthandskyapparel.com. I said earthandskyapparel.com.
Yep.
You can go there, check out, you know, I mean, we put witty comments on your fashion. That's what we do. So some of the things that you hear us talk about, some of the phrases that we say, we put them on a shirt just for you. So that way you can keep a piece of us with you. Always.
Now here's what I want to make sure because you heard us say a previous website, web address earlier, and that was gorillalife.com. Okay. Mm-hmm. Gorillalife.com sounds and is spelled totally different from Earth and Sky Apparel. Totally different. Two totally different websites there. So I just want to make sure I put that disclaimer. So the spelling is totally different. They may sound similar, but they're spelled different. GorillaLife.com is spelled totally different.
Look, man.
Earth and Sky.
If people can't figure that out, they bums rock. They bums rock. They bums rock.
They never gonna make it rock. Straight up bums rock.
Bums rock.
Rock. They're bums.
They've
been bums. And they're always gonna be bums rock.
Bums
just
rock.
Like every hair on my follicle, my skin rock, they're gonna be bums. And you could be a bum too, rock. If you don't get your knees up when you're doing your sit-ups, rock. I'm trying to tell you, don't be a bum your whole life, rock. They'll drink your milkshake, rock, if you let them be a bum. So you be a bum and get your milkshake drink.
Oh, goodness. Oh man, that's real though. But all right, so back to the topic. I really like where you went with that. I really like because
restate it.
A lot of those things are, all of it is basically generational. Let's just call that what it is. It's generational. Okay. But it's to a point now where, especially with the digital era that we live in, we can basically just literally stop the cycle. But see, people don't realize when you stop the cycle for just you basically heal your lineage. When you stop the cycle, you're not going to see it in the people still walking the earth in your lineage right now. You're not. You're going to see it for maybe your kids. And if you're lucky enough, you'll see it in their kids.
Right.
But at that point, it is healed. That's major. That's why it never happens. That's why very rare. I definitely retract that statement. That's why it hardly ever happens that you hear about.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody made it out the hood. They played sports. They got some money. How many of them end up back in the hood when they stop playing sports? So did they really break the cycle, or did they just kind of have a loop or two and then join the cycle again? You see what I'm saying? So I mean, that's
so you say there's a possibility they could have stayed out of the cycle long enough. Okay, that makes sense too.
Look, if you do it right, okay, how especially when it comes to even look, how many people do you know left their hometown, right? Went out in the world. Life happens. They went back. But how many of those people stayed? They never left again. For whatever reason, mind you, a lot of those people, I just want to get out of here. Why did I come back here? Why? If you left once, I promise you, you can do it twice.
Yeah. Bruh. Come on, man. You were there for a couple of my famous takeoffs. You know what I'm saying? Early 2000, boom. You know what I'm saying? Came back, stayed till the last little bit, Grammy pass, boom, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm back in, that's when we in Cali. So I mean, I have been that one who left, came back, left. I remember my grandmother called me a name one day. And she said, I see, she said, I know why you came back. I know why you came back. Just shortly after I came back in 05. I said, I know why you came back. She said, Taintno got you. I said, Taintno? She said, yeah, Taintno. Taint got no money. Taint got no car. Taint got no house to live in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why you back. Taintno got you. I said, hey, man. My grandma was always saying stuff like that, but it made perfect sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect sense. But here's the thing. You went somewhere different. At that point, the cycle was broken.
Oh, yeah.
You stayed in your usual path. You stayed going from here to here.
Right.
And then you went
that circuit.
You went due south and was like, I've never been here.
About that. If I would have went back to Atlanta, it would have been the cycle would have repeated. I would have came back again.
You could potentially still be in that cycle right now. But you came to California and completely snapped the cycle. Done. It was done at that point. It didn't matter if you went back to Washington. It didn't matter if you went back to GA. It didn't matter. The cycle was snapped. You were now on a different loop.
Wow. And I thought about that at one point in time, but I didn't look at it as being a part of my cycle. But that makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because the difference is, and I thought about that. I said, I'm going somewhere new. This I haven't done before, but I feel like I've got to do it. So going down to California was that barrier breaker. It was like, hey, I ran off the plantation rotation. You know what I'm saying? I ran past the gun line. You know what I'm saying? They were sniping at me, but I still made it down to California. They shot me down in Redmond. They shot me down in Redmond. I had
into enemy territory.
Right.
And survived. Unknown. You were literally in the unknown. It was like for you, that was the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's beyond this barrier. As far as I know, there's nothing. I'm going to fall off the face of the earth if I go down this way because I ain't never been down this way. And completely rewired your whole flow.
Yeah.
And now, look.
Yeah.
See, again, we make different moves. And people think that they have to just completely like do drastic stuff. It's not drastic stuff. It really isn't. It seems drastic because, of course, change can be difficult sometimes. It can be a little unnerving, because you're in a new spot. You don't know people. Hopefully you got somebody that you can relate to. Sometimes, literally, you go somewhere and you find out that there's actually people there from the same spot that you're from, or from the same state. Or you realize that, damn, all the people I hung out with when I lived in Mississippi, only 3 of them were from the state of Mississippi. 3. The rest were from New York, Georgia, military bases from around the country. They weren't from Mississippi, but that's where they lived at. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like, it's that type of change, and people want to break cycles. But guess what happens?
What's that?
Life. It says, look, I know you want to leave, right? But you'll check this out. You'll try it. Yeah, there's this chick, bro. It's this chick, yeah. She vibing you. She digging you, son. She digging you, son. Yo, check it out. She ain't leaving. This planet will blow up and she will be right here in this spot. But she vibing you, son. She vibing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should check that out. Yeah. I'm like, nah, B. Can't do it. But son, she vibe. Nah. Been down that road. That road is not for me. Mind you, we can stay peoples. We can stay cool. That's great. But I have to go because I cannot loop again. The last loop really took an emotional toll on the kid. It really did. So at that point, I can't loop again.
Right.
Flattered, had some good times, but I could not stay. Now, maybe in about 40 more years, I might look back when I'm sitting on my porch in my rocking chair. Probably have it by that point. It'll take me long enough. If I don't cut my beard, in 40 years, it'll get like yours. You know what I'm saying? So 40 years from now, I'll be sitting there doing this. And I might say, well, if I would have stayed with Chickadee, maybe things have been different. But, bro, right now I got to go. See you when I see you.
Right.
Because I knew I was about to loop. I knew I was about to re-enter a cycle that I did not want to go back to.
Tell him something again, son.
So I left. Now, mind you, I went back to New York to help my father. He was not feeling well. Basically, the medications they had him on were killing him because he's older, used to more organic. They had him on a lot of synthetic, and his body was rejecting it. That's why a lot of old people can't take pills. That's the real reason, but they won't tell you that. So, got his health right, helped him through a divorce. Yeah. How many people in their late 60s, early 70s get divorced? Anyway, got him right. But I came back back in New York State, met my second wife, did the family thing, bounced down to PA. Second marriage, meh. So what did I do? I made a plan. I said, okay, I've been a lot of places in this world. I've been a lot of places in America. Yeah. But where can I go where I know if I got to truly get back to my analog hustle muscle, where can I go and make it Your boy Sky went back to New York State, but with a plan. The plan was, okay, clear my head, start to do some shadow work, get into me again. Find myself, because I gave myself away for 13 years.
Yeah.
Going along to get along. And use that year time. I said, I've got until this year lease is up. Then I got to go because I'm not renewing. And that's exactly what happened. I stayed true to the plan. Even though had some people, really nice women. You're not leaving. I can't be here anymore. There's nothing for me here. Nothing. I need to go where I can build. And I left. So again, I had a plan when I went back the second time. The first time I went back, it was to help Dad, but I didn't think far enough ahead. This time, or the last time, 1 year. What? I'm going somewhere. And it ain't going to be nowhere in New York State when I leave. I'm gone. Bye. Have a good day.
See ya.
High taxes, no tax breaks for those regular people, highly competitive. Look, man, I'm trying to thrive, not survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at it like this, though, right? See, at certain points when you decide to break away and actually put yourself out there, you're opening up a world different. That's the most creative time you can be. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're creating is so fertile. It's literally creating it as it goes. You know what I'm saying? So everything is like on the fly. And the longer you can stay on the fly, huh?
I said, speak on that because you know from experience.
So right. So it's like the amount of yards that you're trying to get from when you capture the punt to running it back. That first run that you get, look, we have to make a touchdown, because if we get down a long way, we go back or we lose ground or something happens. But you want to gain as much run as you can from that first initial touch of the ball, right? That's what we're experiencing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, everything is changing on the fly. Everything is changing. It's like in Inception, how things would come into each other and come out of each other and come back into each other and go out of each other, and it turn and flip, and you'd be running this way and that way. It was the world. It was like almost like the center of creation for this universe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got to be different from multiples, because that's a lot to govern. Right, exactly. That's a lot to govern. You talking about 5 layers in a universe? What? Like,
there's more than that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when they allow themselves to be taken by purpose, you move into a direction where you would do what you normally would not do, because purpose calls for you to be other than who you are, or who you started out being. Like, you started here, but the more you discover your purpose, the more deeper it gets that you have to pull in on your purpose, because that's what's going to let you experience life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's set up for you to get the full experience. It's like if you ever saw that movie with Michael Douglas called The Game. You know what I'm saying? Where his brother got him a gift for his birthday, and it was a game, to where it was like espionage and everything else. So this dude is thinking he's going for the hell of a ride of a day. And at the end, he crashes down in the ceiling, and they let him know that was all a part of the game. And he saw the worst side of everybody that was around him, because he was being shunned and just like completely shitted on everywhere he was going. he was trying to survive. They was trying to
Well,
come at him.
what do you give the man that has everything?
Right. You know what I'm saying? You give him a
You
reason
give
to appreciate the game of his life.
You take everything away.
Right.
You give him nothing. And they gave him no thing, nothing. He had nothing.
Right.
Like basically, like you said, he was just like, oh, like it's you. Oh, who are you? I don't even know you. Like, yeah, that movie deep.
Yeah.
That movie deep.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But it's the learning process, and we all open. You know what I'm saying? We definitely open.
Well, in order to do what you've never done, in order to get what you've never got, you have to do what you've never done. You have no choice. You have no choice. So if you want to step into your greatness, you are going to have to do things that you have never done. You are going to have to face your fears. False evidence appearing real. Come up with whatever acronym you want for it, whatever works for you. But I'll tell you what, you're going to have to face it. And when you do actually face whatever it is, and I'll probably tell you there's more than one. Once you come out the other end of that, look, people will not recognize you.
Andy Dufresne.
Oh, Andy Dufresne. Once you
Andy
swim
Dufresne.
through the shit, he swam through the shit to come out clean on the other side.
Andy motherfucking Dufresne.
Dude, the symbolisms in movies, y'all, I'm telling you, look, go and watch. I know it's a long movie, and I'm not one for long movies. Trust me when I tell you I'm not. But look, Shawshank Redemption. Everybody needs to watch that movie. My man, they tried to break him. And they tried their best to break this man. They really did. They really tried to break him. And he got hip and was like, oh, the wall. Oh. Let me chip. Got some posters. Chip. And got out. Jumped in a soup. Went through the sewage pipes to get out.
Wow. Yeah.
Swam through the shit.
Through the shit. Through the wire. Through the shitty underworld.
He had the garbage bag tied up real tight with all the good clothes that he had that actually he took when he worked in the laundry. So he had nice, clean, crisp clothes, garbage bagged up, tied real tight so the water couldn't get in. Got out, took everything off, put those clothes in the bag, sent them down the river. My man was clean. Yeah. Andy Dufresne.
When you go through the shit, when you go through the total lows of lows to where people don't know who you are anymore, and you got the one and asking yourself, I'll tell you, prime example. One time, right, I had this one girl I was messing with, you know what I'm saying? It made me cross a lot of my boys, but, made me see things as they really were. But one of the things that it made me notice that I was fucked off of love, whatever it was you want to call it, was that I started getting slim. Like, you see how I am right now, right? I mean, I was getting like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't eating right. And one day I just happened to be looking at myself, and I'm like, man, my face was all shrunk in and whatnot. And my cousin walked in. I said, man, look at me. He said, yeah, what's up, cuz? I said, man, no, man, look at me. I said, do I look different to you? He says, well, yeah, you kind of do, man, because you don't look like you used to be swole. Now you just kind of, you know what I'm saying? And let me know, bro. It's like, bro, you done lost some pounds. You ain't got it like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I lost it because I now realize I was at a place where I was so far from not being me. And I wasn't on no cocaine or no other drugs. It was just weed, life, and alcohol. But at the same time, it's just the conversation.
Depression took your weight. Depression gave me weight. Crazy how it works, two different ends of the spectrum, right?
Right. Same with my wife. It puts it on her. I guess it's probably your body type, because you always been a big guy anyway.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I've always been a bigger guy, not like big, but yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable at 240, 250, comfortable.
I'm talking about, but even when you was in like high school, you was big.
Oh, I was 240, 250,
Yeah.
260. Football season, I might have got up to like 275. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
But
saying?
like when it came to the depression state, oh, my first marriage, bro,
man.
I look like Howdy Doody, dude. I mean, dude, I look back at some of my pictures and I'm like, my face was completely round. There was no, I couldn't do that. I would have went like this. Round.
But see, you know, I'm gonna tell you, what was your diet back then? Was it what was y'all eating like?
Bad. The whole damn time. No. When we got to California, diet got worse. You think it would have got better in California? No, diet got worse in California. We actually ate better in Washington.
You ate better in Washington?
Ate way better in Washington.
Okay.
Got down to Cali, everything was like processed. You know what I'm saying? It was just bad. Because you got to think, cost of living in Cali, cost of living in LA County is ridiculous. And people don't realize how big LA County is. LA County is gigantic. I mean, you're like, I saw the sign, I'm like, yeah, welcome to LA County. About 3 hours later, we hit LA. So we were in Los Angeles County. Took us that long just to get to the city of Los Angeles. And that might have been like 4 hours, actually. I'm like, damn, we still ain't in LA yet?
I'm telling you, man. There's something about it, man. But it's so different, man. It feels like Cali felt like a third world country to me, man. It felt like they had their own laws down there and everything. Like outlaws were really outlaws down there.
Yes.
Like, yes. Whether they were street outlaws, motorcycle gang outlaws, just whatever kind of, I mean, everybody's got their own thing down there. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. Cali was crazy.
And here comes Irv, this caddy, the big ass gorilla on the hood. Big gorilla. Big gorilla. All on the hood.
Yep.
Rolling, and that shit was like a shield. You know what I'm saying? It was like a shield. And
did we ever get pulled over one time?
Never got pulled over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, and you was in some spots. You was in some spots.
Tell him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, if you would have took a turn one street before or one street after, we're not having this conversation right now. We're not having this conversation right now.
Man.
And it's just
you remember the one time? Did I ever tell you about the one time when I was at work and when I was doing home inspection?
And,
yes.
Tell them. I remember.
So I'm doing home inspections. I'm working for a pest control company, big name, and I'm doing home inspections. So, this dude, I pull up, go to his house. It's in Compton. Nothing big, nice neighborhood, everything clean and manicured. You know what I'm saying? So I go in there, and he's like, yeah, so he's showing me around the house as I'm doing my inspection. And, I see his mom in the back room, you know what I'm saying? and he showed me. He took me into the regular room, and I walked around there. He's and just kind of did my little inspection. While I decided the next phase was, all right, let me go up in the attic and check the attic out. So my ladder was right below the attic door, right? So that's how I got into it. So I'm up there, I'm doing an inspection, checking shit. Got my little, long Phillips, that you use the actual, I used to the tap tool and other things, just a long screwdriver, real long. The next thing I hear a glass drop and break. Then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, please, man, please. No, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Hey, man, my mom in the back, man. Please, please, man. Just what nigga, give me the goddamn food. Give me this goddamn, give me the dope, nigga. Give me the dope. You know what I'm saying? Just like they yelling at each other, man. So I don't know what happened, man. But while I'm sitting up there, I realized dude is getting robbed. Now, dude's supposed to be a school teacher. He was he was a teacher at a college at Long Beach. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, wait a second. I said, all I got is my tool. My ladder's right below. I said, man, if somebody stick their head up, I'm about to ram this shit dead up in their eye. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you ain't about to get me.
I ain't going out this way, damn it.
I'm gonna
go out one day, but it ain't gonna be here.
Right. Damn sure ain't gonna be here. So you know what I'm saying? The whole thing was the craziest thing. So I get down out of there and I see this jar of weed, broken and on the floor, right? And dude was like, man, you see, man, they robbed me, man. I was like, shit. I'm like, I'm gonna play dumb. I don't even look.
Huh?
I'm just here doing the inspection, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Look, I was in the attic. I couldn't see nothing. What happened? Oh, I can't take, man. Hey, look, call it into the office. If you need me, they'll go ahead and get me back out here for you. Bruh. Hey, bruh, he got robbed, man, because he was selling weed. He was a teacher at Long Beach Poly, and was still selling weed or still serving weed. And the boys came in there and robbed his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave it up. Now, I was wondering, because, at first when I got there, he wasn't there. So I was about to leave, or I waited, and he pulls up in a Jag. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, dude got some money. Because the Jag was clean as shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. At the end of the day, I saw why. So he was making his money off of that green. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, man, it's like, don't get your house robbed while people is in the attic. You might traumatize them. You know what I'm saying? That's the moral of the story.
But again, you were in a new place doing something you had never done before.
Right.
And basically you had an experience that you had never had.
Yeah.
Nor have you had that experience again. But that was all part of breaking the cycle.
Right.
So all of that was a part of breaking the cycle. As crazy as that is, all part of it. Because without any of that, are you sitting where you're sitting right now?
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it had to happen. Now it's sad that Buddy got robbed, and it is what it is. I mean, luckily, no one was injured. Him nor his mom's was injured. That's a blessing. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all that was a part of you breaking the cycle. And now, I doubt very seriously your children will go in the path that you went before you broke the cycle.
Right.
But if you didn't break the cycle, they would have traveled down your exact same path. Different people, different place, same experience. That's how it works. And that's deep.
Man, that's deep, bro.
Deep,
really
like
deep.
the mines of Minota.
You know, I mean, it's just a lot going on, bro. But it's like I see, like I was telling somebody today, I said, this is the reason why we need culture. You know what I'm saying? We need something that we can depend and rely on, which is us, and it brings us together to create that experience where we're all protected because we have each other. You know, there's strength in numbers, man. There's strength in numbers, and
Well,
there's
oh, go ahead,
yeah,
because you want to say that good.
Yeah, they're wanting you to be divided because they can't control one populace of people moving in the same direction. They can't control it. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine 100 people thinking in the same direction and building the same thing. Then multiply that by 10 and by 10 and by 10 and by 10. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see it's like it's the strength of being able to, hey, this is what we bring, whether you with us or not. Now, matter of fact, as a group, we might buy into some of what you offer, but we control that and we control how much. And we'll negotiate at what cost because we don't need you other than that. But you need our dollars.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, again, things were done. And that's why I've said this on past shows, man. Look, whoever gave the divine plan could not have been a human. They must have been humanoid. Because I still don't think there is a human, especially back then, that could have had the foresight to be like, okay, here's the blueprint. We just need to stick to the script. Dude, so to devise a plan to basically build distrust within a group of people to a point where centuries later, we still don't trust each other. We still don't do business with each other. Where everybody else, if they hate each other, they will come together to break bread.
Yeah.
Facts. We, on the other hand, will not do that. Why? Because, well, if I go there, he's gonna try to kill me, or I can't trust him, or he's gonna try to get we're gonna build something, and he's gonna try to take it, or he's gonna try to rob.
But what it really is if I get involved and we don't win, I lose what little bit I got already. And see, that's what used to keep them all into cowardice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these were dudes whose women would defend them. You know what I'm saying? Their women would defend them because they were too much of a pansy ass to actually be of any defense on behalf of his woman. You know what I mean? And that's what that comes from. But it's at the same time, it's hey.
Well, but again, it was it was never a physical thing. They realized physically we can't fuck with them, so we have to do it mentally, psychologically. That's why I said there's no way humanoid helped devise that grand plan.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Literally, because it's a psychological thing. It really is. I mean, and for those of you who really want to understand what it's like to be indigenous or what people call black people and the differences between black people, go to Netflix and type in School Day by Spike Lee. will then see the difference between light skin, dark skin. Now, mind you, this is going to take your ass back to plantation type thinking, because that's exactly what it is. It's going to take you to straight hair or nappy hair. It was that bad. That bad. And the movie just breaks it down for you. Literally breaks it down. So, School Days, Spike Lee joint.
Do your research.
One of his better movies by far, all of them good. That one.
I ain't gonna say all
good.
that.
What?
That one was good. I ain't gonna say how Spike Lee got down on all those movies. He had a point where he was getting down, then Spike changing.
Well, he was okay. Look, if you look at his complete body of work, he's done more good than bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
My first Spike Lee movie was She's Gotta Have It. Whew. Nola, darling.
Look, She Gotta Have It. Dude, Jungle Fever was deep.
Yeah. Jungle Fever was deep too.
That was deep. What was that one movie? What was that one movie with Denzel played Bleak Gilliam? Mo Better Blues.
Oh yeah.
See, Spike library goes back. So like, yeah, did he get to a point where like he could no longer make socially conscious films? Yeah. And that's what happened. We got so used to his films being socially conscious that when they weren't, it was like, oh.
Yeah. You're right.
This ain't a Spike Lee movie. You know why? This ain't a joint. Yeah. That's a movie.
Yeah. Because that was a time when he stopped using that little scene where he floats across the screen and everything is moving like that real slow. You like in Malcolm X, he did it. And it's like everything's moving around you. They did it in Jungle Fever too. The camera's moving, but you standing still. And like everything's moving around you. I mean, when he started doing that, you knew, all right, that's a Spike Lee movie. You know what I mean? So when you look at Mo Better Blues, when you look at Jungle Fever, when you look at
Do the Right Thing.
Do your thing.
Do the Right Thing. That movie was
Do the Right Thing. Yeah.
Radio Raheem.
Yep.
With the knuckle rings.
They killed Raheem.
My man was like,
they killed Raheem.
Dude, look. But see, that's what happens. That's what happens. And then all of a sudden, to modern day, about a year ago, 2 years ago now, about a year and a half, I think, Spike gets asked to come through the front door of Madison Square Garden. Spike's been using the same entrance for decades. They was like, nah, B, you got to go through the front like everybody else. Like they didn't even know who he was. Straight made him a private first class.
And that's what they think about Spike Lee now. And as we go into our second hour, we're giving to y'all like
7 minutes. Actually, 6 minutes.
Oof. We're going into it. What are we doing?
Actually, you're going to be going into our third hour. This will be the end of hour 2 in 6 minutes.
You're right. I said it wrong.
Where does time go when you're having discussion, when you're talking about things that are poignant, that make sense? And again, we have discussions. And we've discussed for hours on end. Sun's coming up. Damn, I got to go home and go to sleep.
Right.
Countless times. So,
well, I just know this, man. I'm like, we keep the conversation going, because we answering, we they're listening. Let me say that they're listening. You know what I mean? That's what I got. They listening. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, hey, share my shit. You know what I'm saying? That might be another shirt right there.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
That's what you got to do.
Like, comment, and share.
Share, like.
Like, comment, share. That's all you got to do. Like it, leave a comment, and share. Sharing is caring, people. I promise you.
Hey, so I think we're making splashes. You know what I'm saying? Which is really, really nice.
Flash.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, different people are catching back on. Like
Their
submerging.
energy. Their
Right.
energy is like, wait, I hear something.
Yeah.
Get closer. Get a little closer.
They hit them gorilla drum.
Yeah. You need that. I, as your energy, need that. It means you're going to listen whether you want to or not. This is for me. This isn't for you. When you catch up to me, that's cool. But your energy needs to hear what they're talking about.
Your energy is going to accept all of it before you accept it with your mind. It's going to accept it because it's been called so many different things. It's whatever you want to call it, but you know it when you feel it. You know what I'm saying? You know it when you hear it. This is despite whatever title you want to put on. You know what I'm saying? Let's because we get caught up in titles. Everything's glasses, spectacles, you know what I'm saying? Books, all that other stuff. It's just titles, right? It's just a tool like anything else. So using that tool, got to check in about that one. Because I'm telling you, it's going down. It's going down real crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with everything going on right now, you've got countries basically falling apart,
collapsing.
Peep this. So they met to discuss Cuba and to lift the embargoes placed on Cuba, because they placed more embargoes on Cuba, right?
Right.
2 countries voted no. Take a guess which 2 countries that was. Take a guess.
China and I don't know.
No.
I'm never good at these guessing games.
No, but you should be.
I should. You're right.
1, Israel. 2, America. But everybody else said, lift the embargoes. Let's get some food to them people. Let's get some money to them people. Let's get some water to those people. Israel and America were the 2 that said, meh.
Should we help them out because they're in dire need of our services and resources and help that we can provide? Meh.
They sound like Beaker from the Muppet Show.
Right.
With his mouth open this way.
That bottom lip was something else.
Yeah. But this is what we live in right now. This is what we're going through, man. So
that is what we're going through.
Y'all don't think this is coming to here? Y'all don't think this is coming? Look here. Just be aware, people. That's all we can tell you is to be aware. We have no dogs in the fight. We really don't. We're just here to basically make you think, and hopefully we spawn some thinkers. Hopefully one of you, hopefully a lot more than one, breaks your lineage's cycle.
At least one of you. Hey, man. Tupac said it best. He said, I may not be the one that changes the world, but I promise that I will spark the mind of the one who does. On that note, we got to call it.
Yeah.
We hope and pray that y'all have enjoyed getting your fur doused in that cool fur relaxer and conditioning that comes with a primate moment, being involved with Earth and Sky, going interactive.
My fur just feels so silky smooth.
For real, silky smooth. See, this is what we bring to you.
Oh,
All being brought to you by the good people over at Gorilla. So we want y'all to visit that GorillaLife.com address. Get your fur right. Oh, you know what? And be looking out for the what you call it. Matter of fact, we're gonna make the code 10% off. Yeah, I think it's gonna be 10% off. As I'm trying to say, yeah, we got, was it 10% off? Do we got the memo in any order? Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, 10% off, and yeah, and you'll want to use EN Sky 1010 off. EN Sky 1010 off. All right, I'm gonna make it even simpler. ENS 1010. It doesn't get no easier than that, right?
you heard it, people. You heard it, people.
No, wait a second.
He's giving away the farm, y'all.
Listen. I'm gonna make it even easier for you. ENS 10 off. Now, if that's too hard,
ENS 10. So that's you five keystrokes.
come on.
5.
It ain't that hard. But either way, man, imparting words from me. Every day is a day to report the news because there's always something happening. So either learn from the news or be a part of it. That's it for G1.
That's a hard one to follow there, buddy. I really appreciate that one, buddy. Thanks. Look, we are here to get you thinking. We are here to get your mind bubbling, percolating. Call it what you want to. Like it, love it, but we do want you to think about it, which is why we're the Earth and Sky Interactive. Earth, a.k.a. G1, Sky, a.k.a. G3. Yeah, you put the numbers together, that makes 13. It's the luckiest number on the planet. Let the suckers keep thinking it's bad.
Hey, man. Just because a few certain things happen doesn't mean it's a bad day.
Or did they? Or was it just reported to happen? Because the number actually is so powerful. Again, a lot of superstitions you actually get to the bottom of really have nothing to do with nothing. Nothing. Not nothing. Nothing.
I mean, they know that. Look, just do your math on the 13. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything that they tell you ain't always what it is.
Look here, imparting. Oh, you want a parting shot? I'm gonna give you a parting shot. Okay, people, check this out. Everything that you've learned in the world to this point in your existence, flip it all upside down. And once it flips upside down, you're going to be able to connect the dots a lot better. Trust me on that one. Try it for yourself. Yeah. What if I told you that the snow globe was never actually this way? It was always this way. On that note, before we get into that topic and 3 more hours go by.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's how we do it. That's exactly how we do it.
So but this is a conversation to us.
Oh, right. Conversation rules the nation. That's what one of the great rappers said in a line. It said, "Conversation rules the nation. There is no time for debating."
Nope. Why are we still debating, people? Why are we still debating?
because we don't want to change and break a cycle.
See?
I'm gonna ask y'all a question in parting, people. Does it hurt bad enough to change yet? Does it hurt bad enough to change yet? On that note,
Woo! Earth and sky, baby. Interactive. Go interactive. Are you not edutained?
Are you not entertained?
Edutained. Peace out.